And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second day, the final day, actually, of the Masters Coliseum 6 group stage. We are back with a PvP between herO and Creator. It looks like we need a moment, though, before we do jump in. But this is, if I'm not mistaken, a rematch. Hold on. I need to double check that. If I'm not mistaken, look, I'm a little bit delirious because we've been not sleeping for quite some time, and we've been casting so much over the past month, but there we go, okay. We did see Creator and herO earlier today, but they did not face off. But they were competing earlier today in ESL Open Cup America, so they've been playing StarCraft literally all day. I hope they had a nap at some point, but yeah, they have been going back and forth, toe to toe, and now they're here in the Masters Coliseum. Oh boy, and who's going to come out on top? Again, they both have some pretty good chances and pretty good standing to make it out of the group, but herO did fall to Firefly yesterday, so he's actually currently not in the top 3. To be fair, this is a bit of a group of death, to be honest. Like, it's insane. We have Rainer, Clem, Creator, herO, Analyzer, and Firefly as well, who's a wild card. So many of these players deserve to be in the quarterfinals, or in the playoffs, sorry. They deserve to be in the next round. They deserve to make it out of this group, but they can only be 3. It's heartbreaking. It is a little bit heartbreaking, so we'll see who comes out on top and who takes a loss here in our next game. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the South Korean Pro Toss player representing Club NV. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Pro Toss representing CranKy Gaming. It is herO. Here we go. Korean PvP, I'm always for it. Always. Some of my favorite matches have been including herO, Classic, Creator, Nightmare, Zound even back in the day. The PvPs are upon us. Yeah, we shouldn't be seeing too many of these tonight. Not too many mirror matchups. We have a lot of diversity in the group, thankfully. But I appreciate the mirror matchups whenever we get them. Also, a very interesting disparity here. Okay, so we have gate expands from both players, but herO does take a much faster second gas geyser, so it looks like he's willing to be a little bit more aggressive. The probe of Creator is stuck here in the natural, going to be looking to delay that expansion for as long as he can. Likewise, so is herO. Basically, because this map has it into the natural, gate expands are very common here on Dragon Scales. Cyber cores are being thrown down. And again, both players are looking to delay each other. Creator immediately making that Zealot, so is to try to get their bases back up and running. Now, because of the faster second gas geyser, you can see that herO has a big gas advantage. I would be surprised if he intentionally does delay his Nexus and goes for a faster Stargate. Would not be surprised. But we'll see. Cyber cores are yet to finish. Pylons are going to be cancelled. So it comes out, and herO, yeah, he throws down the Stargate. There we go. He actually had the money for it. He had the money to throw down the expansion, but I mean, I guess the probe is still here, being very annoying. Likewise, herO going to be pylon blocking Creator, and Creator didn't have the luxury of faster gas, or faster tech. So I would say Creator has a bit of an edge at the moment. As another pylon is thrown down. Ay, ay, ay. Creator, finally he can expand. Once he gets a little bit, a couple more minerals, he will be able to take his natural expansion. But we'll see what herO does with this. There we go, as he does expand as well. We have the first Oracle on the way. Now, what's important is that Creator knows. With that Probe Scout, he did get confirmation of the Stargate first from herO, so he should be getting ready in his main base. He should be even preparing a shield battery, just in case. Actually, he's moving out across the map. Bold move here from Creator. He wants to try to force herO to keep his units back at home. Be more defensive. Oracle already taking a lot of hits. shield battery halfway done. Both players are going to be losing their zealots. 1 for 1. Do you have a second stalker here? He's going to be able to defend with his reinforcements. And across the map, what do we have at home for Creator? He has a shield battery in the main. He has 1 stalker as well. And herO will not find too much damage. He goes to the stasis trap. Up! Oof. It will be killed. And so far, Creator, he does have a nice lead for himself. A small lead, I should say. Where he has a slightly faster base. And he has a higher stalker count as well. Meanwhile, both players are going to be transitioning into their Twilight Councils into Blink. herO isn't doubling down on Oracle production. He only made 1. He could have continued, of course, and he could have tried making 2 and 3 and, you know, tried to overpower the shield battery in the main base, but herO, he's respecting Creator quite a bit. He's opting not to go for that. As the Oracle is going to dive out. Again, taking a couple of hits in the process, but he does manage to escape. And the game is going to settle from here. We have 3 gateways for Creator. We have only 2 for now, but we're about to have 4 gateways for herO. Oh my. Well, that's a lot of gateways. More than I really typically expect here. So 4 gate Blink Stalkers coming out from herO. Very aggressive opener here on 2 bases. Which does make sense. herO is typically a very aggressive player. Instead of additional gateways, Creator is going for what looks to be a faster third. So Creator is looking for an economic lead. He does sacrifice some of his production for this. Meanwhile, herO gonna be doubling down, warping in another wave of stalkers. He's sending out, okay, Hallucination into the main. And he's still looking to expand. Just a later expansion. Here, just making sure he's safe and sound, gets eyes on the robo. And herO does have eyes. Well, he actually doesn't see the third base yet, but he should be checking momentarily. As herO is warping in 4 stalkers at a time, moving out across the map. Does see how fast his third is as he throws down his own. And the pressure is on herO to try to do some damage, to try to recover here and make up for his late third. So far, the Blinks are looking good between the players. We have pretty similar stalker counts. herO, he dives on up. He wants to try to overpower. Creator does force him back. The Blinks are looking still pretty good, and Creator has 14 stalkers to the 12 of herO. Do you see a stasis trap in the main? Not too big though, only gets 2 probes. I don't think herO has enough to break Creator right now. There is no shield battery, yes, but Creator, he has enough. He holds on. herO, he's gonna have to fall back. He's looking for another way in, looking for potentially a stray unit here or there. As he does have high ground vision. Up! Blinks in the main, gets a pylon. Could we get a second pylon as well? Not too bad. Stasis trap is going to be avoided. Slick moves out of Creator. herO does dip out of the main. Behind this, so herO dips out of the main. herO, he's going to be taking his forge, working on his upgrades. Robo's on the way as well. And he's just saturating his third. Meanwhile, Creator hasn't been. A little bit supplied look, but yeah, really interesting here. Creator, he's throwing down additional gateways. He hasn't really prioritized worker production. Instead, he's focusing on his army. He is up in stalkers. He has his prism. Getting ready to lay siege upon this third. This gateway finally repowered. And Creator is looking to commit, but we do have an overcharge. We have force fields as well. Catching out some of these stalkers. herO even having a better concave towards the end. And we'll see if Creator can break on through. Again, we still have that shield battery putting in a lot of work for herO. Oracle's coming into play as well. We have a stasis trap. Even a Guardian shield, and Creator, he's really trying to force the issue. Does bait out that safe trap, but his army is so battered, so bruised. Almost every unit is red or orange. And they're starting to go down. Cannon going to be supporting as well. And yeah, Creator, he's losing a bit much. Oh, his Stalker count plummeting. And here he just dives on in, takes down the Prism, and he cleans up the army. Creator just overextending. Being a little bit too aggressive. GG gets called as he loses his army. And herO takes game number 1. GG. I was really shocked. I mean, I understand the logic, to be fair, of what Creator was doing. Even though he had a faster third base, he chose not to saturate it, and his goal was to try to catch herO off guard. Maybe catch herO being too greedy and being a little bit too economic, just because he knew that herO would be behind in the overall base count and the worker count. But herO was able to keep up. He had a safety shield battery, safety cannon, safety sentries as well. And herO was able to just shut that down. Creator was pretty committed, and as you can see, just pretty all in with that push. Did fall on its face, and with that, herO takes a lead in this series. But it's still best of 3. Still have plenty of games ahead of us, and game 2 is going to be taking place on Neo Humanity. Here we go. That. Yeah, we are just getting ready here for our next game. Neo Humanity can lead to a lot of aggression as well. We talk about how like Neo Humanity, it has all these like defensive features to the map, but kind of similarly to what we saw between Laser and Firefly, like you can also be very aggressive as well, and I expect that to be happening here in this PvP. I don't expect a long game. Don't expect a long macro game. Like I'm talking 3-base saturation, 4-base saturation between both players. I would appreciate it. I would embrace it, but we'll see. We'll see. Firefly needs a Silky headband to complete the ensemble. I agree. I agree. Silky's headband. That was peak Starving Camels. Creator has a question, had his hand up for a long time. Smooch. The high school trauma. Raising your hand and never being able to ask your question. Feels bad, man. Here we go. We're getting into our next game. It's going to be on Neo Humanity. Game number 2. Creator, he's up against the wall. He needs to bring it back here and now. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. And here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Club NV. It is Creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing CranKy Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. There we go. Again, a pretty interesting and a pretty back-and-forth game number 1. It felt like there were a lot of mind games coming into play, where initially herO was aggressive and he was punished for it, and then Creator, despite having, again, a faster third base and potentially could have had a faster economy, decides to go for one big all-in instead, trying to catch herO with his pants down. But he's wearing a belt. The pants were not down. It's not that easy, Bobby. Not that easy. And we'll see how things differ here. Now, because there's no ramp coming into the natural, that means you don't have as much of a defensive advantage as you would on Dragon Scales, for example, or Altitude. So because of that, both players are going for double gate openers, which makes plenty of sense. No gate expands here. The only player crazy enough to do that is MaxPax. And we've already covered his group. We're done, Bobby. We're done. So double gate openers all around, and we'll see what kind of game we get into. Both players, they have options when it comes to their first starting units. We could see double adept for a more aggressive opener to be in your face and look for economic damage. We can go for Stalker Sentry, which is very safe, or double Stalker, which is a lot more solid here. It can go toe-to-toe, get map control, and even assert pressure across the map. And here we... Oh my... What? This was not an option. So... Okay, there we go. It looks like it was a bit of a misclick. But we have a Stalker Sentry opener from herO. Again, very defensive. Likewise, Stalker Sentry from Creator. Did see a Zealot for a moment there, which really threw me off. You don't see Zealot's variations at all. It was the probes. Oh! Going to be facing off. But I did cancel the Zealot and did commit to the Sentry. Now, the reason why Sentries are really a really powerful defensive tool here in PvP is that PvP is really tech heavy, and you can go for like different twists and different turns. Early Sentries allow you to scout with hallucinations and get confirmation of whether or not your opponent is expanding, going for a one base all-in with additional gateways, going for a Stargate opener, or a Twilight Council, or DTs. Like, again, scouting is paramount here in PvP. I mean, it's important in every matchup, I understand, but it feels like in PvP it's even more so. And here we go. Phoenixes are moving out. Do you see Creator trying to catch the hallucination of herO, but he barely does miss it. Doesn't deny the scout. herO gets in and he sees the Twilight Council. Does get eyes. Oh my god. And he's happy about it. So happy. Meanwhile, back at her, we have a Robo opener out of herO instead. Oh my god. He's crazy. He waits until the hallucination of Creator runs out. He cancels his Nexus. He's going for a one base all in. Let's go. I love you, herO. We have a proxy pylon being thrown down across the map. How many gateways do we have in total? We have 4 gateways, a Robo as well for Immortals, or even a War Prism. Stalkers have arrived. And herO does have the Stalker advantage for the time being. Takes down a Stalker of his opponent, but the shield battery has finished. And herO has to get the hell out of there. He also forced out a lot of defensive force fields as well. And this is also a bit of a win. Because there are force fields, that means that Creator cannot go for another Hallucination Scout to see whether or not there is an expansion. For now, he's unaware about the all-in. Adepts are going to be threatening a Shade. Another wave of Adepts are on the way. There's that War Prism in production as well to get into the main, to bypass the defenses here at the natural. So far, the defenses are looking good. We have 1 shield battery. We have an overcharge. But is 1 shield battery going to be enough? Behind this, Creator going for a defensive Robo, 3rd gateway, and Blink is soon to kick in. Good force fields! Before Blink, force fields are king, and 2 Stalkers go down. This Adept count is getting very high as well. And we are elevating into the main base. Creator does see this ahead of time. Oh, we need to react, pup. We need to react. Cancels the pylon. He's working his way into the main, but herO gets here first. There is no shield battery. There is no overcharge. Boys have to be pulled into Adepts. Ay, ay, ay. And herO, he is snowballing out of control. He gets on top of the pylon. The Immortal's on the way. But the Robot gets depowered. There will not be an Immortal. Force fields are thrown down. Stalkers are falling. GG gets called. And herO takes down Creator 2-0 with a 1 base all in. GG. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry. I saw what you said, Creator. GG. herO takes a series in a powerful performance there in that PvP. Really asserting himself and making up for his loss against Firefly last night. Whew. And just like that, we are nearing the halfway mark. Going to be going on a short break. We are heading over to the European server. And when we return, we have a Laser versus Clem. See you soon.